In continuation with analyzing distributions, we have here outliers. So outliers are those extreme values in a data set. And outlier may be a data value that has been incorrectly recorded, or it maybe came from an observation that doesn't belong to the population. So it may be, or it can be corrected before further analysis, and it can be removed. Or it can be an unusual data value that has been recorded correctly and is a member of the population we are studying. So in such cases, the observation should remain. Outliers can be identified using standardized values or the z-scores. So any value with a z-score that are less than -3 or greater than +3 is an outlier. So such data values can be reviewed to determine their accuracy when they belong in the data set. So we have here the box plot, which shows the graphical summary of the distribution of data. And it can be developed from the quartiles for a data set. This figure shows the box plot for the home sales data. So a box plot here is drawn with the ends of the box located at the first and third quartiles, so Q1 and Q3 for the home sales. And this box contains the middle of 50% of the data. So the vertical line here um, is the location of the median. And using the interquartile range, which is the IQR is equal to Q3 minus Q1, we have the limits which are located. So the limits for the box plot are 1.5 QR below Q1 and above Q3 for the home sales. So data outside these limits are considered outliers, just like this one. If the data is here, so it is considered as an outliers. And we have here the dashed lines, okay? And they are called the whiskers. So whiskers are drawn from the ends of the box to the smallest and largest values inside the limits computed in the step for getting the box or getting the box plot. So the whiskers end at home sales values at 108,000 and 298,000. So the location of each outlier is shown with an asterisk, just like this one. Okay. And in the data, we have an outlier of 456,250. So to compare the home sales from different communities, we have created the box plots for recent home sales in each community. So the most expensive houses appear to be in Ladyside, and the cheapest house is in Hamilton. Okay. So the median home selling price in Groton is about the same as the median home selling price in Irving. Okay. So however, home sales prices in Irving have much greater variability. So home appears to be selling in Irving for many different prices from very low to very high. So we have here Irving, and it has the greater variability, and it have different prices from very low to very high. Home selling prices have the least variation in Groton and Hamilton. So Groton here is the only location considered an outlier, but note that most homes sell for very similar prices in Groton. So the selling price does not have to be too far from the median to be considered an outlier. So we have here a figure which shows the box plot created in Excel for the home sales data. Now the step by step directions to illustrate on how to create box plots in Excel for both single and multiple variables. First, we will create a box plot for a single variable using the home sales data file. So we have here the home sales data file. We have to select B1 up to B13. Next, we have here insert tab on the ribbon. Then click on insert statistic. So from the charts group, we have the insert statistic chart. Then we have two here, histogram and box and whisk here. Okay, we have to choose box and whisker chart from the drop down menu. So the resulting plot is created in Excel, is shown in this form. Note that box plots use a different definition of an outlier than what we described for using the z-scores, because the distribution of the data in a box plot is not assumed to follow a bell-shaped curve. However, the interpretation is the same. The outliers in a box plot are extreme values that should be investigated to ensure data accuracy, just like here. Okay, so mm, comparing this figure, um, we will be using the other data for the multiple variables, the home sales comparison. Now, we will be using the home sales comparison data file to create box plots in Excel for the multiple variables that is similar to the previous figure that is shown. Now we have here the home sales comparison, um, which is an example of multiple variables. Now, for creating a box plot for this one, click on B1 until F11. Then from the Insert tab on the ribbon, we have to go to the Charts group, and we have here Insert Statistic Chart. From the drop-down menu, we have to select the box and whisk here. Okay, so the box plot created here in Excel is again orients the box plot vertically. So the same with the single variable, they are oriented in a vertical form. So the different selling locations are shown in the legend at the top of the figure. So we have here all right, and different colors are used for each box plot for these multiple variables. So we can um, add a legend for our chart. So we can click on this add or remove chart elements. Okay, and we have here the legend. So each color represents the legend, and we have here an outlier that's um the upper of proton. Okay, and also for the home sales, we can also apply legend by selecting on the chart and click on add, then legend. So we have only one because this is a single variable box plot. We have the selling price only. And whereas the other data, it has many variables. We have the Fairview, Shadyside, Groton, Irving, and Hamilton. Okay.